Well, good morning, everyone. I think I have another minute before the streaming starts. Does it start? Oh, we're good. Molly gave me a thumbs up. The streaming has started. So there you go. Well, welcome to this beautiful summer weather that we're having. Everybody enjoying the parks and the zoo and everything else that we have to offer here. Oh, I was just saying, it is beautiful out. Now, tomorrow it's supposed to snow. So if you don't like the weather in Chicago, just wait a minute, right? So some great things I think have happened in the last month, last 30 days since our last meeting. We've gotten the pool up and operating again for those that are water enthusiasts. I'm glad that we were able to get that done. TJ and his maintenance team, as you all know, have done an amazing job of just serve. I'll take questions in just a minute. Let me. Oh, you're new. How many new people do we have here? My name is Ted O'Brien. I'm the executive director. So nice meeting you. I see that you've got a veteran's hat on there. You served, I take it? Korea. All right. I'm also a veteran, and we also have a number of veterans here, so I think you're going to be in some great company. All right. Thank you for your service. Appreciate you very much. I'm so sorry. I should have done an introduction. I know that we have new people coming in here all the time. But as I mentioned, the pool is open, which is great. We were able to get a brand new bus that was delivered. I'm not sure how many of you have participated in riding that. What do you think? Does it still have the new car smell?
It's terrific.
Okay, good. So that bus, we do have the two buses. That bus, the big bus, that brand new bus that we have has requires a CDL. So obviously we've got one driver that has a CDL, and then we've got some per diem commercial driver's license is what a CDL is. So you can't just drive that bus with a regular license like mine. So you have to be a professional driver to do it because it's such a long bus. So. And as I was mentioning, TJ is our plant ops director, and his team have been working tirelessly on, maintaining and getting things up in this building. I hope that you guys are seeing him and his team and, thanking him. I know we work very closely with our resident committee, which is obviously very informed of what's going on, what happenings are happening in the community. A lot of things that don't look great, like plumbing, but things that are necessary, for us to fix. And so he's been working really hard on that. We've got a lot of different little projects that are in the hopper right now. A couple of things that we've just recently acquired also, aside from the bus, was the van. We got a brand new van. That should be utilized. I think it's a fee-for-service kind of a opportunity, but and there will also be opportunities for us to use that van for different things too, some smaller trips and things like that if necessary. Some other good things that are happening. As I mentioned, right before last month's meeting, we had the elevator issues. Knock on wood, they've been running well so far. We're getting those scheduled in maintenance and making sure that things are up to par on those so that we can mitigate any kind of issues in the future. Some have even reached out to me about, some different opportunities in the dining menus. Antonio, our dining service director, is not here today, but, some things that we're exploring, and Christina can probably allude or share a little more insight about it, is that one of the things is as we move towards this idea and this concept of healthy living, right? We want to make sure that you're making wise choices, as it relates to just being proactive in your care, which is why we're partnering with and having preferred partners with a lot of different services like physician service groups. We've got the outpatient therapy Cimbria, which I think some or many of you may have used at one point or another in your time here. And then we've got our skilled home health partner, the HSI, which comes in and provides therapy and nursing services if necessary for whatever reasons. Maybe you're coming out of the hospital for a surgery, or maybe there's an accident and you're needing some therapy or something like that. But with that, nutrition is very important too. And our kitchen is a huge production when it comes to dining and producing food. One of the things that we're looking at is indications on the menu of what are healthier options. Okay, those that might be diabetics, a diabetic-friendly kind of indicator that would allow you to make a decision. I would like to have that diabetic-friendly option. Those that may lean towards more on the vegetarian side, a vegetarian option, and things like that. And it's a pretty sophisticated platform that we use that will allow us to really dig into, the ingredients that goes into each one of those entree options on the menu, so that we can customize that appropriately, but it really will give you the option of making those decisions as to what you want to eat, and whether it's a good old cheeseburger, which probably isn't too healthy, or something like a salad, or something that may have a lower sodium intake on it. So some good things that are kind of coming ahead too. But with that said, I'm going to kind of open up just for a few questions. Now, before I do that, we do have time limits here. We do have an hour for this community meeting. So I am going to get flagged by someone if I'm up here too long. So if I don't get to your question, because we want to make sure that department heads have the opportunity to speak, if I don't get to your question, you can email me or you can call. Again, if you email me, please make sure that I reply. Because if I didn't reply, I didn't get it, okay? You know how technology is. Sometimes our technology department is very, very safeguarding when it comes to emails coming into our system, if you will. So if I didn't get it, you may have been blocked and I may not have ever seen it. So please, there's different layers of communication there. So call or email, or you can always set up an appointment or request at the front desk. So any questions for me? Yes, ma'am.
Some of us think the food is very mediocre, and we wonder about getting a new chef.
Yeah. Okay, that was more of a statement. Some of the food is mediocre, and you're wondering about getting a new chef. Okay. All right. Yes, sir.
I'd like to compliment the new seating arrangements at dinner.
No, can't hear it.
I'll repeat.
Contributes to getting the food out hotter than before. I commented at the last meeting, the food as a new resident was cold, and I believe there's been an improvement in that.
Okay.
I have some more things, especially about breakfast.
Okay. Now, there are some things and please feel free, but some things I may not be able to answer because Antonio's not here, so.
You can enter it into the
Sure.
recording and then.
Do you mind if I just repeat your comment that you made? So the comment was that, he's enjoying the new seating arrangement. As a result of having more structured arrangement, the food is coming out hotter. So, and I'm glad you're experiencing that now. So, he's not done yet, ma'am. So,
Breakfast. Talking with long-term residents, interesting comment comes up. Pre-COVID, the breakfast was much better. I have no way of judging because I'm 6 weeks here. But I think that the breakfast has good selection of breads, pastries, fresh fruits. But it has too much cholesterol. There should be smaller portions. Vicky and Jackie are very generous. Give them a smaller ladle and spoon. We don't need all this. Let's say we're just coming.
Yeah, that's right. They can get small.
Real whole day instead of the stuff that comes out of that machine.
I always have
We could have maybe pancakes more often, or waffles, or French toast. He agrees with me. Sausage and bacon, he wants that. Fruits, yogurt, like a Yoplait, rather than the fresh yogurt there. dumping food on top of it out of the can. That's not very healthy. You mentioned that.
Okay.
So those are my
Yeah.
ideas on breakfast.
Yeah, so some of the comment, and thank you for sharing. I mean, this is one of our newer residents, so he's kind of giving us a fresh set of eyes experience on, how things have been going. Was basically asking, maybe there's a higher cholesterol intake on some of the options in the breakfast in the morning, and maybe we should have some different options like sausage, bacon, and things like that. Now, we don't typically do that in a morning, breakfast selection like that, because it's really meant to be more of a continental. So the sausage, the pancakes, there is always an option if you'd like to order those kinds of things where you can get, eggs over medium, pancakes, sausage, bacon. You can order that, but it would be like a meal that you'd have to purchase as an a la carte.
The breakfast provides 2 meals a day that we pay for.
We provide a continental breakfast and a dinner.
Maybe we could expand on the continental.
If there's a line where we can, and we can, we can look at alternatives. I would strongly suggest you attend our menu chat meeting with the chef. That, really, he goes over a lot of those options and things that, the residents may want. And, there's kind of a trade-off on certain things. When I came here, there wasn't there wasn't any fresh fruit. And that was one of the items that we did, implement as well. I know it's been, we alternate that, but I'm going to pick a couple more people before I get yanked off the stage. Behind you, Rhoda, she had her hand up first. So.
No, I had the Port Mill burgers Thursday night,
Yeah.
burnt to the crisp.
Oh, okay.
I told Andrea,
Yeah.
her chef's father, she couldn't believe it. Can I get you something else? Can I get you something? No, honey, it's over there. And Michael said, that's the way it has to come. Bull crap. I
Okay.
made portobello burgers
Yeah, yeah.
on the grill and
Yeah.
my daughter.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
No,
Yeah.
it just, it makes you sick. when you see it.
Okay.
They're smaller than a pancake,
Okay.
thinner slice. The vegetables are still soggy,
Okay.
mushy, mush. We tell Chef Antonio time after time after time about the vegetables. And they're cold. I come in at 5:15.
Okay.
They're cold.
I'm going to cut you off because I don't have time to, but if you want to sit down with me or Antonio. Do you have a question?
Please tell Antonio.
Okay.
I know he goes on vacation.
Well, he deserves a vacation every now and then, but yeah. But
I'm just.
I will relay that to Antonio, but, okay, you have a question or?
In answer to the gentleman's, who's been, I've been here for 4 years, and the breakfast, when you go through the line, Vicki, you can say, I'd like a half a scoop of eggs, or a quarter of a scoop, and the same thing with fruit, and they do that beautifully.
Oh.
And they're very, and she remembers, I don't know how she does it, she remembers everybody's, or she has an amazing memory. Also, in regards to the bacon, you can order bacon for $2 every morning, and there's 6 or 7 slices, and they're crispy and wonderful and delicious.
Yeah, thank you. Ron, I'll get back to you. Way in the back?
Because about 7 months ago, I mentioned that there was a problem with the cleanliness of the cutlery, or some kind of stemware or whatever. Unfortunately, the last couple of weeks, it's reared its head, its ugly head again. And if you hold up, I'm not talking merely about water spots, but crud on a fork or a spoon. And someone said that they couldn't get the temperature of the dishwasher hot enough. If that's the case, that's the Board of Health.
Yeah, well, to address the temperature issue, we have a booster. So that water does come out at a temperature that is tested every day, in the dishwasher. As far as the utensils, they need to be quality checking that. I will follow up, okay, to make sure that that's being done. But but we will definitely make sure that we follow
Do
up.
you occasionally ever have a meal?
I'm going to have a meal today. Yes, and I do have meals here. I enjoy the meals, as you can see. Look at my gut, you know?
And thank you for the pears.
Yeah. So, Rona?
Well, okay, you were here pre-COVID, COVID, you did a wonderful job. Is there any way we could go back to a menu, not as big, as elaborate as we had before for breakfast? I mean, you would ask at breakfast for 3 slices of bacon, and you probably get almost a half a pound.
Yeah.
That's not necessary, but is there any way we could go, I know you
Yeah.
don't need servers
Yeah.
enough to serve us, but, you know, a better breakfast, there is no variety. It's very white and gray.
Yeah.
Or maybe breakfast,
Yeah.
almost no color unless you have fruit.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Is there,
any way, not just talking to Antonio.
yeah. Is there any way we can go back to a full-service breakfast with a menu option? There is. It would require everybody's rent to go significantly up, okay? I mean, so to answer your question, yes, we could, but we would need to factor that into our food costs. So just to keep a perspective on things, we spend over $124,000 on food a month, okay? $124,000 on food a month.
I mean, I
Okay,
get it.
so it's, but, it does, I mean, there's a trade-off, yes.
No, I get
So-
it, but there must be something that can afford it that.
We couldn't afford it then, which is why there's a replacement of people in that department. So, I mean, I'm being honest, it couldn't be, when you're exceeding a budget that is like that. Now, it's a continental breakfast, and you have an option, there is an option to buy, additional food if you'd like to do that. We, as a community, out of all the communities we manage, just so you all are aware, have an always available menu for dinner, and we provide 3 entree options a night that are different from each night. That is not a standard. That is not a standard in any of our communities, company-wide, okay? All the other communities provide 2 entree options aside from their everyday available menu. So just be aware, now, we did that, we were able to figure out how to do that because you asked us to do that. But, in order to do that, we have to be able to kind of give and take from certain areas in order to make sure that we can. So if we do move forward with a full-service breakfast menu option every morning for everyone, it's going to cost us more, which is going to impact you. It's like, I don't know if anybody's heard the news about minimum wage going up, which I'm not opposed to that, but when you increase the minimum wage, I think San Francisco wanted to increase it to $50 an hour.
Wow.
They did. What do you think that's going to do to the McDonald's hamburger that you're buying in San Francisco?
Oh, yes.
You got to pay for it somewhere, right? So everything, and you see it, I know you see it, at the grocery store. I see it myself, my wife, my kids, everyone. I mean, it's gone up. So, I'm getting pulled off the stage. But we do have other team members that want to talk. I know that dining is certainly a hot topic, and I think, from a standpoint of personnel, we've got some pretty great people there. We want to add to the team there. Obviously, getting a dining room manager, which we are still looking for the right person. We're going to be very selective as to who we choose for that role. But as always, it's a pleasure to serve. I hope you all enjoy today's nice weather before tomorrow's snow. So, have a great day. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. As you all know, I'm TJ, Director of Plant Operations here at the Breakers. If we may, I'm going to go through some of the issues we have in the Breakers, some of the improvements we're going over, then open up for a few questions. I do have to keep it a little tight today. I do have to get back with the plumbers. Some of the issues currently plaguing the Breakers. We have plumbers here yesterday, today, and tomorrow working on drains, pumps, and valves. We have some intermittent water pressure issues and some temporary intermittent crossover issues. A crossover is when one of the 1,000, and when I say 1,000, I mean literally 1,000, mixing valves in the building is crossing hot and cold water, and some people might get too much hot or too much cold. We're going through them. It is a time-consuming process, but we're hoping to get it settled soon. We also have some water pressure issues. We have the guys working on the pumps and insulating the pumps to break the noise down and get the water pressure exactly where it needs to be. We have that slippery surface in the second floor garage. I was a little late to the meeting today because I was putting some more carpets down for safety reasons. We are getting bids out to add a textured surface to that, but it would have to be after the temperatures are over about 65 degrees for a week straight to let the polymers set correctly. A couple other things we got going are the pool. It's currently up and running, as you guys know, but we're getting closer and closer to our timeline where it will be shut down for about a week while we add a new automated pool chemical system. Some other issues that you guys may or may not seen are we have maintenance going on the elevators to try to make sure they're up and running at all times. Pretty soon you guys are going to get an announcement. The garage elevator is going to be closed down for about 4 to 6 hours one day so we could do preventive maintenance on it. So we'll put a notice out and we're going to try to make alternative arrangements to get everybody up and down. But when that comes, please keep in mind, try to keep your movement to the garages as limited as possible. Some of the improvements here at the Breakers. Yesterday my team was here late in the night. You might have seen some of them around. We're redoing painting and just beautification of the area in general. We have, to some of your points about the kitchen, Ted, thank you, Ted. We spent upwards of $7,000 on brand new hot boxes. They should be coming in next month. That will ensure your food stays at the best possible temperature and it comes out of your table. We decided to scrap the old ones, going with brand new units. So hopefully that can take care of some of the issues in the dining. You are going to see a lot of plumbers in here over the next month. We have I just wanted to let you guys know, you are going to get notices that we're going to have to do certain water shuts down to change out valves so we can shut down water in small areas instead of the whole building, so we can really get ahead on working on your guys' drippy tub drains and shower heads and stuff like that. We need to shut the water down for that. And we're working towards it, but it's going to be a slow, steady approach. Some other exciting things, on a personal level, you guys know I am the buildings liaison to the Veterans Club. Tomorrow we do have the Veterans Life Story event going on in the showroom right here in the afternoon. The veterans from the Breakers are going to come up here. We're all going to tell just who we are, where we came from, and where we fought. That's going to be recorded much as these meetings are. And it's going to be archived in the Chicago Veterans Museum. And it's also going to be available for the veterans. And if Molly would be so kind, we might replay them once in a while on the in-house television. Other than that, I open the floor for about 5-6 questions, and then we'll continue.
I just want to know if you have a brother or a cousin who's in the dining services business and would like to come work for us.
The question was if I have family in dining services. I do not. I actually think we have a great team here, and we're working to get over some of these hurdles. I know these people. I work with them every day. They are working extremely hard. We are trying to make this place as great as possible. I promise you, all of us. That is all our goal. Any other questions today?
About the pest inspection with the dogs, if you have animals and have to put them in the bath with living carriers, everybody better communication so you know when they're done. Yesterday was lucky, and he was up there and I knew when it was happening. But the last time I called downstairs and I threw in my floor, nobody knew. Maybe when they finish the floor, they can tell the front desk and fall down, or put a notice near the elevator, this floor is done.
The statement was, I'm sorry, she would like some better communication on the status of pets while we do our canine inspections for pest control. I will link up with hospitality and I'll link up with Liz when she's back. And that's something maybe we could work into a better system. I understand it's hard to keep your animal contained and crated for hours while you wait for an inspection. I think we can come up with a more efficient manner to let everybody know. But with that being said, there are always limits. We can let you know, but it might only be a half hour more time. But at least that's a half hour you got to find your cat, get him into the carrier or the bathroom. But thank you so much for that suggestion. That's great, and I think we can really work on getting better communication for that. So, yesterday we did have incidents where a cat couldn't be wrangled, so we had to do a visual inspection. And as you guys know, we don't like doing that. I pay for the dogs either way, so I'd rather use the dogs everywhere. Any other questions, sir? Willie, how about you, sir?
K9, the chemicals they're using, are they animal friendly?
Yes, the chemicals they use, talk about pest control? Normal pest control, all the chemicals are pet and human friendly. If you have any further treatments, we give you information on those chemicals. Those, if you have to get certain treatments done, you may have to leave your unit while they do the treatment, but there is no residual danger to pets, human beings, or any living creature that is not an insect. Insect anatomy is a little different than us. You know, the exoskeleton and different things. It doesn't damage mammalian or avian species. It does only hurt insects. If we're trying to take out flies, for example, we might take out some ants that didn't deserve it, but that's pretty much the extent of that. Any other questions today? All right. Thank you very much. I'm so sorry to get moving. I got to get back with the guys. You have a great one. We have Donna coming up from the business office manager.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Donna Pennycamp. I'm the business office manager. We're just, grooving right along at the business office. I don't really have anything new to report outside of, actually, I just thought of something. We have a new per diem employee training at the front desk. Her name is Sophia. You'll see her generally in the 3 to 11 range. So if you happen by the front desk and you see her, please say hello. Any questions for me? I did. Well, everyone, please get outside, enjoy the sun and the weather. Kristen is up next. Kristen and Penny.
Hi, I'm Kristen Milton, the Director of Sales and Marketing.
And I'm Penny Cato, the Move Coordinator.
Penny and I are happy to report for February, we are welcoming 9 new residents to the Breakers. Penny's been very busy.
And we already have 9 more for March.
Wow. So lots of new faces, and we always tell them how friendly you all are. One lady today asked me, because of course this place seems so large when you're not accustomed to all the different activity rooms, how would she know how to get where she wants to go? And I said, I know I can count on all of you, that all she has to do is ask, and someone will tell her where to go to get the bus, or to play Scrabble, or to enjoy any other of the wonderful things Molly and Shantae and their team plan. So, any questions for me or Penny? Marianne?
What does that bring our head count up to as of now?
I was with George before, so I didn't, now you're testing my math and my memory. Well, it's over 400. 400 and some people, yeah.
Is that almost 100%?
No, as I've said, not that you should remember, I'm sorry, but I will repeat that there's always going to be, in any, probably any building, but certainly a building this size, 10% of the apartments would, on a rolling basis, be vacant. That's how it rolls.
I had a count of 440.
Yeah, okay. Rich, thank you. Professor, Professor Emeritus, Breakers, he said close to 440, he had a count. Any other questions for me or Penny?
Quickly, one thing is we have an event on Sunday, March 10th, late afternoon, early evening, for the Oscars party. So,
Penny and I are doing it.
yes, and if you know anything about marketing, we like to have a party. So please join us. We're not sure where it'll be yet, but
Second floor.
it'll be in the video room. It'll be in the video. Molly and Kristen said it'll be in the video room. So please join us. It'll be a bunch of fun.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, I'm Christina Eldrew, the Director of Hospitality and Resident Services. I have a couple things to share. Hansa Medical Group is still accepting patients. Hansa's a great partner to have. They are a medical group with clinicians and doctors that come right here to your apartment. They can do lab work, x-rays, sign you up for physical therapy, all right here in your home. They have an office manager that's in the suburbs on Wednesdays to answer any of your questions or help you sign up. So if you see Kristen, she has a little sign down there. not this Kristen, another one, would be happy to help you sign up. In the dining room, if you submitted a reservation form, you should have received something back that says your reservation time. We had a lot of residents sign up for that 5:15 dining time. If you are one of those and you may think that you want to change your dining time, we would greatly appreciate it. That's still a very full time that we could maybe lessen the burden on the kitchen and the dining staff. If anyone was interested in changing their dining time, I would greatly appreciate it. You can come and see me or stop by the desk, leave me a voicemail, email, any of the above. As Ted had mentioned, I took a training yesterday about adding those nutritional indicators to the menu. Once everything's finalized, you'll see it'll say like chicken noodle soup, and then it'll tell you the nutritional value and anything that's vegetarian or heart healthy. So those indicators will be on there. So we're still working on that, but that was really exciting yesterday to take that training. Laundry rooms. People have asked about the televisions in the laundry room. I worked with TJ. We did get replacement televisions. There will be a sign-out system for the remotes because all 4 laundry room remotes have been missing for months.
Oh,
So people took them off those cords and I don't know what happened. I don't know. So unfortunately, we just won't be able to have the remotes available because we can't keep replacing them. Just as a reminder, you're not to leave the laundry room and leave your clothes in the laundry. And if you do, if someone takes your stuff out and puts it on top of the washer or the dryer, there's nothing I can do to help you. When your load is done and someone needs to use that, they are going to take your clothes out. So either you stay in there and monitor that, or you take your chances, unfortunately.
Good idea would be to leave a basket there that they can put it in.
A basket to put them in would be a good idea. If you do leave and you don't want your clothes to be thrown on the table or on top of the machine, leave a basket. Healthy Living at the Breakers is a new presentation series that I'm starting with all of our community partners, a lot of those that you met during the wellness fair. They will be monthly presentations several times a month. Some are going to be on the same day, like Cimbria is the 3rd Friday, I believe. But Hansa Medical will be doing the first Monday, and then there'll be others that have a specific day every month. We'll come and talk about either the monthly topic that we have for the month, or give you an opportunity to just ask questions. So watch for that in the Buzz, and it will kind of really be about how to live here healthy. What are your healthiest options? And they'll also include some of the programs that we have here at the Breakers, like the water aerobics or different brain programs such as Scrabble. We are going to be a polling place for the election, so March 19th, you can vote right here downstairs in the suburbs. Any questions for me? Duana.
On YouTube, you have the Breakers. What is this convection thing?
Connections and confections, that's a marketing.
Yeah, but I have no idea what that is.
So marketing for the month of February, they are doing, they're inviting potential residents or potential future residents in for a tour and to enjoy something sweet cooked by the chef.
Okay, so that is a marketing.
Mhm.
It wasn't clear.
Yeah. Yes.
I appreciate you saying about the TVs in the laundry room. What about the machines?
The washing machines, if you see something that's not working in working order and not working properly, please notify the front desk. Don't place a sign on it that says this machine is broke or this isn't working. The best thing for you to do is call the front desk, they'll put in a work order, and then we'll have someone from maintenance go up and check it out. So any machines that you see in any of the laundry rooms that are not working, please notify the concierge desk. Dave.
As part of your program on healthy living, I think, I would like to suggest maybe a nutritionist. Not so much for us to be critical of the menu, but just based on what people say about cholesterol. They don't have the right information. And I think nutritionists it's important, I think, for people to know there's a difference between cholesterol level and saturated fat. So you might get bacon, which is low in cholesterol, but it's a hell of a dish of saturated fat, which then is more unhealthy. I'm just suggesting maybe we need some education on nutritional facts.
For
Good
sure.
idea.
So Dave's suggestion was for the Healthy Living presentations to have a nutritionist come in. Yeah, we can look at that. If I can find one, I'll definitely invite them to be part of it. But I still like bacon, no matter what's included in it.
All right, agreed.
I like chocolate and bacon, so. So now I'm gonna put on I'm gonna do my best impression of Avery, because Avery is helping in another area of the building today, so I'm gonna do Avery's portion. Avery and I are actually supporting the dining room. You've probably seen us in the dining room doing evaluations of the dining staff. We're trying to make sure that they have all the training they need, and then to go the next level and become a diamond server. So you may have seen the staff that have passed their initial training or initial evaluation. They have a little blue sticker gem on their name tag. The next level, we're going to start doing that in the next couple weeks, and make sure that we have the staff have the best training possible, and make sure that those that aren't up there, we're going to help them get there. So we want to make sure that the dining staff, that dining experience is very important to all of you. We want to make that as best as we can for everyone. Recruiting. Avery is working on recruiting for housekeeping, dining room servers, a bus driver, and a dining services manager. So she's just all the time. Recruit. And then Avery says that she's out there supporting our team members. If you have compliments that you'd like to share, you can always do that by contacting Avery directly, or there is a Heart of Caring box in the first floor mailroom. Any questions for Avery? Yes.
We were privileged, non-privileged, I should say, an episode in the dining room where a server gave a lady a cup of coffee before her meal came out, and she was very rude, loud, boisterous to us. But my thing is, we should learn to respect our servers if we want that same respect.
Yeah. So if you didn't hear, Willie was sharing that a situation happened in the dining room, and the resident became very upset that they had a coffee served before her meal. And he's just saying, if you want respect, show respect. Our dining staff, they are college students and high school students and parents and all kinds of other things outside of here. And they work really hard at their other half, and then they come here and they work even more. So please just be kind to them. If you have a concern, there's dining comment cards as you're exiting the dining room right by the hostess stand. Let us know, and we can work individually with that server. We want to just make sure that you're getting the best experience.
They're very good. Whoever you've gotten lately in the last, I'd say 3 months, they're excellent.
Thank you. Thanks, Kathy. We have a pretty good crew down there, and we're really happy with them. Yes.
Okay, it's not a question. I just want to appreciate what you guys are doing. After breakfast, I saw a card outside my door that the maintenance was in. Checking my water pressure, and I checked it was done. And the bathroom sink was clear. And I was gonna report that. I said, wow, that was good. Good job.
Thank you. She was sharing how much she appreciates the hard work of our staff, and that maintenance had been to her apartment and did everything that she needed and then some. So we do have our maintenance team is top notch. It's incredibly a great feeling to come in and work with such a great team of people who care so much about the building. So thank you all.
Hello, everyone. Hello. My name is Molly Rodriguez. I'm the Director of Resident Programming. Programming encompasses all the activities, events, and transportation. So as Ted said, we have a pretty new bus out there. So if you haven't been on the bus yet, we invite you to sign up for one of our trips. Come on out, get on that bus. I did send out a memo last week reminding everybody just of our rules for the bus and how we strongly need everybody to sign up for any trips that you are going to go on. It is very important just to make sure that anybody we leave with, we come back with, It also takes up time if people are calling downstairs to the front desk saying, oh, I didn't sign up, but I want to go to Target. So we're just trying to keep everything as scheduled and organized as possible, so please sign up for those bus trips. Some upcoming trips that we have in March, we are going to the Dame Myra Hess Memorial Concerts. If you haven't heard of those, they are young professional musicians that give free concerts every Wednesday. And so then Shantae has a restaurant picked out for after to get some to-go food if anybody would like it. On the 13th, we are going to the Irish American Heritage Museum. On the 20th, we are going to the Chicago History Museum, which has a lovely exhibit about women in Chicago history. It's good for Women's History Month. And then on the 27th, we're going to Misericordia for lunch and to do a little shopping before the Easter holidays. In March, we are having another themed dinner and happy hour pairing. That is actually next Thursday, the 7th, so not this week, but next week. And then we'll have our spring fling on the 21st. During the month of March, we are also doing Brain Health University, which goes along with everything that Christina has been saying about our wellness programs. You will be getting a memo about Brain Health University that is going to start in March. Those are programs that have been put together with medical professionals in senior lifestyle, and then they teach the program directors all about these wonderful programs, and then we lead them here for you. And so with that, we will have 10 Brain Health University programs during the month of March. If you complete 8 out of those 10, you will graduate. But that memo will tell you a little bit more about it. Also in the month of March, we have our Irish dancers coming out. They will be here Saturday the 9th. We have Switchback, our Irish band, coming out March 14th. We have some great presentations coming out that you can read a little description of in the newsletter, but one that's a little different is we have a one-woman show all about Jackie O. That'll be happening on March 18th. March 14th, if you know the math number pi, 3.14, that is Pi Day, so we will be having Pi Bingo. And then with our garden committee for the deck, they will be having a gardener's interest meeting on Thursday, March 28th at 1 o'clock. Adele is giving her presentation on art next Monday, I believe that is the 5th, here at 1 o'clock too, about her sculptures and showing some videos. So with the bus that we were talking about, we are looking again for a new a weekend bus driver. Our driver that we had hired and started the onboarding, due to family reasons, will no longer be taking the position. So with that being said, I apologize, but some of you will be getting a notice, Shantae's delivering them now, that we will not be having a second bus going to the CSO this Thursday. And so those people getting the notice, the good news is that they already announced the next date for the CSO open rehearsal, which is April 17th. Anybody we cannot take on our bus this week to the CSO is already going to be signed up for that April 17th date. Okay, questions? Remy?
Okay, with regard to signing up for the bus trip?
Yes.
Okay. Do you put the signing before the trip?
Yeah.
Is it 1 week before?
So Remy is asking about signing up for the bus trips, and so let's go through all of that. So our bus trips, when we have a special trip coming, on the back of the bus, it says, these are the sign-ups going out on Monday for special trips. And so any special outing that is not on our regular schedule will go out on a Monday. It'll be on bright green paper to show that it's a special trip and have some information about cost, departure time, things of that sort. A regular bus trip that is just going to Walmart, Jewel, Target, we put those out on Thursday, and these are also labeled on the lines of the bus, just so we don't create too big of a line for signing up in the one binder. We have 2 different days. Rich?
We had a question come up last night about the number of pages for sign up. Because of the size of the new bus, if the pages aren't big enough to get the number of people on, you might need to expand your list or provide more sign-up pages for each event?
So Rich had said that at the Residents Association meeting yesterday, that it was brought up that we might need another page for sign up for the bus. The new sign-ups have already been created. They are still on one page with the wait list being on the next page. But our new bus, it does have room for 22 seats and 2 wheelchairs in the back, or if we don't have wheelchairs, that can be 4 more seats in the back. So we could take almost the whole building on a trip. It's great. Yes.
My name is Barbara. I don't know who's responsible for that exhibit, these hands. It's absolutely brilliant. It was so simple and so profound.
Thank you.
But I can't.
So Barbara was sharing that the exhibit Journey of Hands that's downstairs on the first floor, if you haven't seen that yet, I invite you to go read the stories, see the photos, because they are beautiful. And thank you to the residents that felt comfortable enough to participate in that. I give you all a hand for doing that, because that's not easy to put yourself out there and to tell your story. So I'm glad that you all enjoyed. Okay, Pat.
You have so many good trips, but of course they're limited as to size. Would you ever think of repeating so more people can go on them?
So Pat said, we have so many good trips that Shantae plans, but sometimes it's limited due to size. That was the whole reason for this new bus to come about. With this new bus, we can take so many more people on the bus, and it's a wonderful opportunity. If there is another trip that you would ever like to see repeated, just let us know. I'm going to take a couple more questions and then turn it back over to Anna.
I just wanted to mention the 2 special trips that came out Monday. I wasn't able to get on the initial line because I had to leave. So I'm like the 2nd and 3rd on the wait list, but that's the one that has a limited number. So if they have a big bus, will they just add the people on the wait list until they come to 22?
So if you're having questions just about being on the wait list of the bus, Shantae, Shantae will handle everything once the trips come about. We were doing a couple little modifications to the bus to just get it ready for our community and our trips, and so if you're on the wait list but you would fit on the bus, Shantae will handle all of that. Okay, Joanne?
Yeah, back to the hands. Do we get it back, or are you, Shantae said you might display it?
So all of the photos of the hands are on display right now. People that participated in the project will get the photo once it's all complete.
Okay.
Claire?
This also came up last night, and I've heard people talk. There's a question about if you can make the sign-up list a little bit more equitable. I don't know how to do that, like, if it were at different times, like, so it wasn't always early morning people. But it seems like it's, and it hasn't been promised me, I'm just saying, it's hard apparently to get on the trips, and it tends to be the same people. So it would be nice if there were a way to allow more new people to get on to some of those trips. But I don't know what the solution is.
So Claire had said that at the meeting last night, the Residents Association meeting, it was brought up that some people are not able to get to the sign up at 9:45, it sounds like, and the suggestion was to vary the times of sign-ups. I can think about it, see if there would be a way to do it, but I also then get concerned about creating confusion if this week the sign up goes out at 1, next week it goes out at 9 a.m., next week it goes out at noon. I wouldn't want to create too much confusion, so I think let's monitor for a couple weeks, see with this, now taking 24 people on a trip, how many people are still on the wait list after that, because most of our trips, I'll say, with the exception of the CSO, there aren't too many on the wait list, and the other sign up that had went out last week was the Art Institute, where Jim was driving our small bus, because like Ted was saying, he is not a CDL driver, he just drives a small bus. Okay, one more question, Joe?
Thank you. Judging by your lack of mentioning
Joe asked about musical presentations. I did say a couple of them. We have so many musicians that come out to our community, and so I would invite you to look at the newsletter because we probably have about 6 or 7 concerts in the month of March. Switchback was one I mentioned, but we have a couple other people coming out too. Robin Vitson, if anybody remembers her, the wife of our previous plant operations director. So the newsletter is always the best place to look for all these presentations and concerts. Just due to time, I don't want to list out every little thing happening in March, but there are a lot of good concerts and such coming up. Yes. Newsletter and buzz, but it looks like I'm turning it back over to TJ, so thank you all very much.
Sorry, I just had one more important message for today. I know it's hot right now. We're gonna get up to 70 today, but it is gonna start storming tonight. It's gonna start getting cold overnight. At about 4 or 5 in the morning, we're reaching the freezing point. We're getting down to about 24 with heavy winds tomorrow. So when you guys go up tonight, please make sure you button up the windows. You don't wanna wake up to wind and rain flying through your windows, and we don't wanna wake up to any frozen pipes. So just make sure and spread the word if you could. It is gonna get cold, very cold tomorrow again, and very windy, and we wanna be prepared for such an incident. And also, I'll talk to Molly. We don't talk about the old plant operations directors. How could you? A memo is gonna go out tonight about the weather, just to remind everyone, tomorrow it's gonna be 24 to 27 degrees. And so it's gonna be a huge change from this. All right, thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Good thing it wasn't. I don't like Oh, I wish this was an armchair. Yeah. I know.
Well done, sir.
Thank you very much.
We respect you being right.